first 5 minutes, but because it's very, very quick, but we also do a little bit of a thank you and some gratitude. So I'd like to start off with just saying, we need a motion to approve the minutes. There we go. I need a second. Thank you. All right, it's first thing off the agenda. All right. Second thing on our agenda, we need to vote to approve our executive board for 2014 and 2015. I am so thrilled to extend my sincere appreciation for those that have been willing to serve next year. And I'm going to tell you who our president is going to be, Mr. Richard Kidd. If you could please stand up right there. Our first vice president is going to be Ms. Jennifer Parker. And our second vice president is going to be some crazy woman named Angie. And then there's the secretary, Ms. Sandy Johnson. And our treasurer, Ms. Rachel Larson. Can we just give a huge round of applause? You have no idea. Thank you, Ms. Larson. And we have some delegates this year. I'm so pleased to announce Mr. Daniel Y. is our delegate. He's coming, and he's wonderful. And also Ms. Julie Perry is also our delegate. So I need a motion to approve the executive board as a slate. I've got Siri, thank you so much, and I need a second. Thank you. I feel like I'm at an auction. Okay, next thing, all right. Third thing is, everyone should have received a flyer, and it looks like a Catonsville Middle School talking about the open PTSA positions. I want you to put that under your pillow and memorize it, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm a little stressed. We have a lot of open positions next year, most of which, I don't know if you've heard, but Ben & Jerry's contacted Catonsville Middle School, and they're very excited about naming a flavor of ice cream after us, but we don't have a hospitality committee chair. So if you take that position, you get to meet with Ben and Jerry's. How's that sound? So we do need somebody to do the hospitality committee that does the ice cream social. So we do not have an ice cream social next year if somebody in this audience does not take that on. So that's kind of something that's making me a little nervous. We also have a direct donations coordinator that we need, and we also need a restaurant coordinator, and they're all right here for you to see. Please raise your hand if you're interested to look into these positions, because I would love to talk to you about that. All right, last thing on our agenda. See, I promised you it would be quick. Gratitude. We are so thankful for those that have currently served on our current PTSA executive board and committee chairs. If you have currently served, would you please stand? We'd like to recognize you. Ms. Caswell, I see you sitting. I would like for all those that are on the executive board and the committee chairs, please stand up. We can't just have one. Come on, Richard Kidd, come on.
I stood up.
Received a certificate from the governor for their volunteers from Maryland, so that was a real exciting thing for them to get as well. So, for 2 years of service for our executive board, we have some honors and awards, and I have someone I would like to achieve. Ms. Heather Bateman, if you could come forward, please. She gets a golden cooler and a certificate. I know you're going to just put this in your family room, but thank you for everything that you've done. Your amazing leadership. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Ms. Cougar. Here you go. Thank you. And we also have Ms. Jackie Scott. If she's here today, she was our reflections coordinator. All right. And our last one. There she is. A very, would you say inspirational job that you had? Creative. Okay. And one last one, Ms. Swanzetta Williams, who's in charge of all the teacher appreciation events. Is she here? Okay, motion to adjourn our meeting?
Not yet.
Wait 1 second. If you don't mind, we have one more thing, and that is we can't let our wonderful Angie McLean go without letting her know how much we appreciate everything she does. So if I give Angie a round of applause, that would be
Thank you, Ms. Parker. I'm Brett. This is hard. When people found out that this was your last meeting, a lot of them had things they wanted to say, so we recorded them for you. You'll get a nicer copy than this photo, but I wanted to share them. So please pardon me reading this, but these are not all my words, so I want to make sure I get them right. Did you ever think that the world is a much better place because certain people are in it? Catonsville has been blessed with one of those individuals, Angie McLean. Catonsville has a small town feel just outside of a big city. That small town feeling of community and helping one another is in no small part due to the selfless Angie McLean. Whenever there is a need, Angie is the first to step up and organize or take part. That's so true. Angie's passion to make this work everyone she encounters, and you can't help but join in. Ask anyone that knows Angie McLean what she is like, and he or she will sing her praises. So this first comment is from Mrs. McVeigh, principal of Hillcrest Elementary School. I have so many good things to share. Angie McLean was a very involved member of our parent community. She was tireless in her efforts to bring great programs to our students, and she always found a way to creatively problem solve. There was no task that intimidated her. She would find a way to get the job done. Angie was visible at every PTA meeting and school improvement meeting. I've always admired Angie's passion for making sure that our school was the very best environment for students. Now this next one is from her husband, Mr. Chuck McLean. Dun, dun, dun. She's sweating now. Angie is nothing short of the most giving person I've ever known. She is constantly thinking of others and ways to help out a cause, whether it be making meals for a local home cancer, coaching our daughter's sports teams, participating in the PTA at Hillcrest Elementary and Catonsville Middle, or her recent Valentine's and Mother's Day flash charity mobs. Love to know what that is. Just to name a few. Angie gives 110% of herself to each and every cause she is involved with. She's always ready with a huge smile and a big hug for everyone she comes in contact with, and makes a difference in so many people's lives. She has given our two daughters, Gabriella and Madeline, and me as well, an incredible example of how volunteering can make a difference in our Catonsville community. She taught our girls to think of others before themselves. So important. And Angie has made all of the McLeans better people through her volunteerism and acts of kindness. Angie is an amazing person, and I love her dearly. Now we have a staff member here who is also a former PTSA President, Mrs. Barbara Bates. And she says, as PTSA President at Catonsville Middle School, Angie McLean was an amazing leader who inspired parents, students, and teachers to support our school in a positive way. Angie was dedicated to making a difference in our school on a daily basis by supporting teachers and students. And so I saved my comments for last. I hope I can get through it. Catonsville Middle School has been blessed to have Angie McLean as its PTSA President for the past 2 years, and I am profoundly grateful to her for being an amazing advocate for our students, our school, and our community. The vision of Catonsville Middle School is to be the school where good leaders become great leaders, and it is clear that Mrs. McLean truly embodies that vision. During her tenure as PTSA President, Mrs. McLean demonstrated that she had the courage to challenge the status quo and the ingenuity to reinvent the organization. Because she always kept the best interests of our students at the forefront of her mind, she never once flinched when confronted with a difficult decision. She is one of the most positive, enthusiastic people I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, and our school has become a more compassionate, inclusive place for students, for parents, and for staff because of her unwavering values, her impeccable character. Mrs. McLean is revered and venerated in our community because she leads by example and with heart. I'm very proud to say that I've known Angie as a president, but more importantly now as a friend. As Angie steps down as Catonsville Middle School's PTSA President, it's a perfect opportunity to let her know how much she is appreciated and loved by her family, friends, school, and community. Thank you, Angie. Well done. You don't have to make a speech, but I do need you to hold this for a second because I have to go get some props.
Thank you so much for those very kind words. I really appreciate it. And for my husband as well, who I'm in the doghouse literally because we just adopted 2 foster puppies. So if anybody wants those, he's not too pleased. So.
And as they're on their way, I would like to present Mrs. McLean with this plaque as a token of our appreciation. Angie, I'm proud to present the Catonsville Middle School Leadership Award to you. And our plaque says, thank you for your outstanding leadership of the Catonsville Middle School PTSA and for being a positive and compassionate role model for students, parents, and staff. This is what it looks like.
Angie, Councilman Tom Clerk, something.
Good evening. You know, before this whole assembly started, Angie sorted around giving governor citations to everybody, and so we figured we'd return the favor here. Council, we want to offer our sincerest congratulations for your distinguished and dedicated service to Catonsville Middle School, the Catonsville community. The County Council hereby extends its respect and our sincere appreciation to Angie McLean, President of the PTSA for Catonsville Middle School in the past 2 years. She has assisted the parents and the staff in developing the skills and programs needed to educate and encourage parent and public involvement in the community and the state of Maryland, and has spoken on behalf of all of us, the parents, students, staff, and government bodies that make decisions affecting all of our children. Additionally, she has served as a volunteer for the SPCA, the Ronald McDonald House, Breast Cancer, Westside Shelter, Lazarus Caucus, and many, many other organizations. And so on behalf of myself and the Baltimore County Council, we wanted to acknowledge all your involvement and just congratulate you. You're definitely a superstar, and we sincerely appreciate all your service on behalf of Baltimore County. Thank you so much.
And you're going to love this. And now I'm going to turn the meeting back over to you to adjourn.
I feel like I'm Matthew McConaughey on